I'm sure you've heard the news. A dragon is coming, and it's closer than you think. High in the sky, a colossal shadow blots out the sun. Massive wings beat with the force of a hurricane, sending ripples through the clouds. This is not a myth or a legend, it's happening right now. As the dragon soars closer, its scales shimmer like molten gold. The air around you crackles with electricity, and the hairs on your neck stand on end. Each flap of its wings brings it nearer, the ground quaking with anticipation. You can see the fire dancing in its eyes, a promise of untamed power. The roar that follows shakes your very soul. And just when you think it can't get any closer, the dragon opens its mouth, revealing a fiery abyss. Hold your breath, because the dragon is upon you. Are you ready to face the beast?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is session 42. Yet again, another long one, interesting one, and bound to be filled with some greatness. Tonight, we have with us Dio.
Howdy, everyone.
We have Taz, but Taz is unavailable to speak at the moment. He is having technical difficulties and is at work. So, we have Winter.
Hello.
We have Ninx.
Hello.
And we have a car.
Hello.
Dio, while they're all talking and basically discussing things with me, you feel yourself being sucked into the portal, and as this is happening, you feel a sharp pain on the left side of your neck. Quickly, the top of the list since Dio is immobilized. Winter, what do you want to do?
Can I race towards them? I'm like trying to pull them? Like, are we there?
Yeah, you're in the same room as them. Like, Dio is like 10 feet to the left of you.
Okay, I'm gonna race towards them and try to like pull on my side.
Okay, first I need a dexterity check. Let's go athletics.
Okay.
Alright, so somehow, me standing in the middle of the room looking at all of you, you manage to slink on over by Dio, and as you get closer, you notice that Dio's arms are spread 90 degrees on each side, and there are like dark black chains sucking him into the wall around his whole body. And you notice that there's this slightest needle-looking pincher jabbed into the side of his neck.
Can I pull that out while pulling him out?
Let's see what check we can do for that. I think for that, let's just get a basic strength check.
Um,
Go back to your skills and you just click the smaller number under your strength skill.
this
Yes, the small number. You press the press 1, +1. 13. I am going to challenge that. 13 to my 3. Okay, so you quickly run up to Dio and analyze the situation very fast. You grab the pincher, hurting yourself in the process. The pincher is sharp on all sides, got little barbs, and it's jabbing into your hand as well. I gotta do some tweaking to your character later. As you pull this out, you notice that Dio's neck now has black veins running through it. And as you look into his eyes, his eyelids have turned black. The eye whites have turned into a devilish red. As you look further on, you see demonic spiking horns developing on his antlers, kind of like Krampus, but spiking out of his antlers. So they're becoming bigger antlers, but sharper instead of just regular. And as you pull him, you see from where his back was in the portal, you pull him out, and you see he sprouted demi wings. Dio looks at you, his eyes malevolent red, and he smiles wide. His teeth have gone from a dull point to having fangs and sharp teeth all along his back row.
I don't even know where my turn stops. Can I check if he is neutral? Like,
You want to do an insight check?
yeah,
Roll an insight check.
that would be a negative.
12, I'm going to challenge that real quick as well. 12 to my 3. So, Upon looking at Dio, only you know this information. Dio knows it too, but only you know this. Dio now possesses this ability. Any bad enemy you kill, Dio automatically will feel the urge to rip their hearts from their body and save it, collect it, and nail it to his wall back on the ship. But any good person that is killed by you guys or not by you guys, even if they have the ability to be resurrected, reincarnated, anything like that, Dio has to make a successful con save, or he will rip the heart from an innocent body and save it.
Okay, so like I get through all that, but even us,
Even his fellow teammates.
is it too late to throw his ass back in?
That is the end of your turn for now.
Oh my god, Dio.
Ninx, you see all of this. Like, you don't know what's going on inside of Dio's head. You don't know about this heart thing, but you see everything else. The horns, the veins, the wings, the teeth. But you notice one more thing. The tips of his fingers have gone from a beautiful palish color to a darkish black color. His fingernails turning red and sharp. What do you do? What do you say?
I'm wondering if I can cast spell magic and maybe bring him to the neutral state of not looking like that.
Unfortunately, this is a demonic activity thing. Regular magic spells will not work.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what to do in this situation.
Okay, can I give you a second to think and call on Akar? He has a question.
Go ahead.
Akar? This is still RP at the moment.
Okay. Can I jump in real quick?
Well, yeah, I want to hear what you got to say.
As Akar is like noticing that his teammates are moving in to try and like save Dio, Akar notices the change obviously, and he's gonna quickly yell out as he's like still recovering from the magic spell being put on him. He's just gonna yell out real quick. Stay back! He's being possessed.
Dio, it's time to show your possession side. Right now, you have yet to master being in your physical body. So right now, speak from your demon side.
Oh God, why? Okay. Well, like,
In the back of your head, well, not even. You don't know where this voice comes from, but you hear, "Hello, Dio."
do I have to respond to that, or can I, can I do what is it called? An insight check on what that voice is?
Not at the moment, no. Since you are technically under your possession side, you just have to make pure instincts on this one.
God dang it, man! And would he still have to do that voice, like, if it's in his brain? If, like, let's say he's
If it's in his brain, no. But if you ever speak out loud and I tell you you're under your possession side, you must use that deep voice.
Oh my god. So, that's so hard. Can he like say hello? Who's there? Like to the voice in his head?
Some may call me a demon, others may call me a friend. All you know is I live in your head rent free now, buddy. You're gonna have to learn to get along with me. I'll tell you what to do and what not to do in certain situations if you ever get stuck.
Okay, I suppose I can try to get along.
Don't worry, friend. I think we'll get along just fine.
I mean, I don't necessarily know you, so like, how am I supposed to know if we'll get along as you say we do?
Here, a little quick introduction for you. I'm Mistopheles. You're Dio. Dio meet Mistopheles. Mistopheles meet Dio. We know each other now.
I mean, I guess we kind of do now. What do I do now in this situation?
Just talk to your friends. Let them know you possibly mean no harm.
God damn it, man. Hold on. I gotta get up for this. Well, I do have just one more question before I respond to those friends of mine, supposedly. How do I get out of these chain shamble things?
Well, that'll come in a little bit. You must master your demonic side for a second, because if I release these chains, bodies will be spread quickly.
Oh, well, I don't want that. Okay, well, thank you, I guess. Oh my god, this is so freaking hard. I can't even do a deep voice like that. Does he have to act angry and everything, or is it like he genuinely can be calm about it, but also kind of like in a deep tone?
Here, Akar stated this very well. You're still Dio. You still think of it as the same Dio, just angry as hell and a little bit insane. Dio, I will offer you one of a hell of a choice. Pass this on to somebody else, or you think you can master it?
No, I can do it. I believe in myself. I just need a minute because my lungs are hurting a little bit. Dio is going to, I guess, kind of respond, not like super loud. I'm so nervous. Um, he's going to go in the deepest toned voice and say, "Don't leave. Stay, friends. You're my friends, right? You're supposed to help me. Why aren't you?"
Winter, you hear this. What do you do?
I'm gonna turn around and look at the group, and I'm gonna ask him if we should trust him.
Nix, Winter looks at you first and says, well, that's your buddy.
I don't know. He's never sounded like that before.
Agreed. That's not our deal, but it is.
Akar, you hear everything going on as well. Winter looks at you next and says, so?
With caution. Be careful. He is still possessed. We need to handle this very, very carefully.
Do you have an idea?
Is the spell off of me? No?
Briefly, until she notices something else.
First, we handle Meave. And I turn to Meave. And I'm going to immediately go back to what I was trying to do when I first got hit with the spell, and I'm going to cast Silence onto the room.
That's instant, correct?
Yes, it's instant, and it's a focus thing. So, like, Meave can try to break my focus.
Okay. So as you cast Silence, you see Meave's mouth open up and start ripping off words, but nothing's coming out. Instantly, instead of her few inches floating, she floats higher into the air, and you see these ropes that look like blood shoot from the ceiling and grapple onto her back. Her eyes shine this brightest, evilish red. And she looks at you, and in your head you hear, "What are you doing, boy? You're fucking with my shit." She says, "Silence. That's not the way to play it. Speak to me. The spell relies on concentration, doesn't it? All I gotta do is get you to talk to me. Speak, Akar. Speak to me." A few more seconds of silence goes by. Let's see. Does Silence have any restrictions on movement?
I'm reading right now. Okay, so it lasts up to 10 minutes. It's a 20-foot radius, and it's centered on Meave. So within like 20 feet of Meave is all silence. I also can't cast while I'm in this, which I'm obviously in it. So there's that. The only thing that I'm currently casting is silence, and that's the only thing I can hold. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it. Casting a spell that there's a verbal component to the spell when you cast it, but nobody can hear anything while they're in here.
Your entire team is in this 20-foot radius. I hope you know.
Yes, but Akar's going to see the mouth moving, and he's just going to look at his team. He's gonna. Damn, I can't even act it out because you guys can't see me. I don't have a camera, but he's just gonna point at his ears and point at his mouth and make an X over his hand, over with his arms, basically signaling to them that you're not gonna be able to hear or talk while you're inside of it.
All right. Maeve looks around, real close at everybody, and finally she locks her eyes back on Dio, and she smiles devilishly. Dio. She walks over to you, and with a simple flick of a finger, she slashes her fingers down on the chains and they break loose. Instantaneously, you feel the lust, the need, the craving for the blood.
Of blood?
Specifically, blood from the people that are alive, which means Winter, Taz, Carr, and Nix.
Does that mean I'm gonna have to attack them?
After you fail or succeed your con save.
Son of a... Please succeed. I would really... A 15.
That is just right enough for me to try to beat it. You succeed. On that fucking one. So the craving for blood goes away, which means you've beat your demonic side. However, the voice inside your head is telling you, I think you should fuck with Akar. He looks a little too focused right now, don't you think?
But why should I? He's a friend, isn't he?
Would a friend tell them to proceed cautiously around you?
I mean, no, but I mean, maybe they really need to be.
But Dio, you're kind of heart. No one needs to be cautious around little old Dio. They all think so low of you. You're the weakest of the pack.
No, I'm not. I'm not weak.
Dio, think about it. Every move they make, they all gotta go against what you say most of the time.
I mean, true, but it's probably because I don't have a lot of wisdom or intelligence. I'm not very smart at all.
But Dio, I'm in your head. I'm getting all of your ideas. I know what you think. Half of your ideas are better than what one of them can think. You are a badass, and they're belittling you.
But I don't know. I want to believe in more of my friends than anything. I mean, they are my friends, right?
Dio, from the moment you pause, Winter, what must you say?
Okay. So, I'm sitting here, thinking really hard. So, I can take a point if I'm not paying attention, but every time the voice in Dio's head, talks, that's when he becomes, demonic type.
It's when he starts feeling his most demonic urge.
So, I have a question to that. I have, mind speak with him. So can that become me and Dio's thing where I'm constantly talking in his head? That way the demon cannot talk?
Well, have you read the duration of that spell?
I have multiple times, but I already forgot. Give me a second.
Oh shit.
That is a damn good idea.
Somewhat, maybe. I don't know.
It says with you for 1 hour until you end this effect as an action.
Yeah, so you would save him basically 1 hour a day, or you would use up all your spell slots to keep saving him.
I mean, yeah, but I won't put him through hell that way. I'm constantly in his head. I hate to say this, but I'll let him free. That way he can be off. I'm not in his mind constantly, but I'll have to bring him back before he gets bad.
Well, before you get too invoked in this, you remember when I told you earlier that you had pricked your hand?
Oh shit!
Winter, you look at the back of your hand.
Fucking bitch.
And you have a symbol on the back of your hand. And you hear something. Knock, knock.
Me and this demon's gonna have fun because with my personality, no one's better than me, so we're gonna be arguing constantly.
Oh, Winter, I don't wish to argue. I wish to help you. Gain you power.
Another question. Can I become an alcoholic? That way I have many voices that overpower him.
You can become an alcoholic, but that means you'll get disadvantage on con saves, which is what you need to win in order not to become full blast demonic bitch.
I can always be woozy. I don't have to be drunk.
Yeah, I wish it were that simple, but the black veins have already reached her shoulder.
That sounds kind of hot, but this is the new me. Bring it on. It is.
Now you see a car over there?
Yes, I have eyes.
He thinks he's stronger than you.
He is.
And you're okay with that?
Yes. That's a lot of work.
Good Winter, think about who you are. Everybody who's ever been better than you has been put to the ground. And you're gonna let a little lousy boy stand in your way?
Since he's been with us, we have not died. So yes, I plan on keeping him around. You, on the other hand, the first chance I get to get you gone, oh, you're out.
Think about it like this, though, Winter.
Oh my god, you're still talking.
A car rushed you all in here.
Yes,
Didn't warn one soul of what he knew.
because Dio was in danger.
Little old Dio,
Yes, little old Dio.
did you know he plans to overthrow you?
Well, because if he has the chance to become powerful, let him. But he's still gonna be our friend to the end.
Think about it like this, Winter. Eventually, you'll be gone. Your friends will forget you. Nothing matters.
Actually, my friends are like the most valuable thing. Yes, I do think I might be better than them, but I can honestly admit when one is better than me. And if you can't understand that, then that's why you're going to be alone for a while. So get comfy, because you're going to be sitting and talking to yourself.
Says, you know what?
No.
I'm wasting my time with you.
Yes, you're wasting mine too.
I should get somebody better.
Well, you keep talking about everyone else.
Your right hand moves against your will. And you touch Nix's shoulder.
Oh, you bitch.
And the tip of your finger digs into her skin, and you see your symbol fade away. Nix, you have a symbol on your shoulder.
Take it back into my shoulder. Fucking stab me. Give it back.
Nix.
Fuck off, you creepy bitch.
Y'all are no fun with this demon. I'm trying to build a good storyline here, and y'all are all dodging him. He says, Nix, would you hear me out for a moment?
You can talk, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna listen.
You see little friend Taz?
What about him? He's amazing.
Did you know he wants to overthrow the group?
He would never. He loves us all
He's
too much.
talking. You see, I know a little something because a friend of mine, friend you all know very fucking well, he's been in the talks with him. Every move you make, every city you travel to, it's been given away.
We haven't exactly been silent, so it's pretty obvious where we've been.
He says, it looks like another one. That is A-okay. Yet again, at the same time as he says this, your right hand also does the exact same thing. It raises, but it does something interesting. Yes, what's your idea?
I want to grab my own arm and just keep it to my side as hard as I can.
Roll a con save, because you're fighting yourself, essentially.
I'm going to fight myself tooth and nail. I don't care. At a 14.
I'm going to challenge that real quick. Your arm brushes down to your side, and the demon goes, listen, I don't have time to waste my power on puny little shits like yourself. You're useless to me.
Obviously, I'm stronger than you if I caught my arm back down.
Not so strong. Look behind you.
She's going to just kind of glance over her shoulder, but not fully give in.
You see Dio hovering over you with his same malicious red eyes, except for you realize he's in a state where he has lost his inside control. And you see his talon-likes hovering over you, and the demon says, simply let go or I'll have my friend tear you to shreds.
And with that, she's going to do something selfless. She's going to turn and lunge at Dio and hug him as tight as she can.
Dio, I need you to roll a con save.
Another con save. A 6.
To my 16. Okay. So, Dio, you've lost all control right now. All you could do is sit behind your eyes like you're in a glass chamber and watch as your body moves involuntarily. Your claws outstretch, your hands face the sky. Your daggers point in and they sink into Nix's back. Nix, you feel these claws and it feels like your back is about to be ripped out. What do you do?
I'm going to keep holding on, but in Dio's ear, I'm going... I can't talk, can I?
No, you can't talk, but, like, there's other ways of communication if you're careful.
Well, I'm wondering if, because we both have the same little fucking demon in our brain, if we're technically connected.
Okay, you can... I'll tell you what, since you can't technically speak and you both do have the demon, you can say short spurts of words.
Well, then in her brain, she's just going to speak to him and just say, no matter what, we love you.
Dio, roll a con save again. About to get emotional.
A natural 20!
Dio, as you're squeezing, your claws digging in under each side of Nix's spine and pulling, in your head you hear, Dio, no matter what you do to me, I'll die knowing you love me and all of us. And all together, single tears begin to drop from your eyes. You look down, you see Nix's watery eyes, but with a soft smile staring back at you. And your claws dissipate. Your body relaxes. And you fall back. Nix still wraps you in a hug tight. Akar,
Yes. So
what is your next move?
as all this is going down, Akar's realizing that the situation is slowly becoming out of control. He's realizing through past experiences with demons and devils that the demon is slowly taking control and being able to talk to all of his party mates. So he's gonna back up into the room and he's gonna do a divine intervention.
Can you break that spell down for me?
It's not a spell. It's basically a prayer. So this is how it works. As an action, you can request your deity's aid and roll percentile dice. If your roll is equal to or less than 13, your deity intervenes. Your DM chooses the nature of the intervention. If successful, you can't use this feature again for 7 days. Otherwise, you can use it again after a long rest. So basically, if it succeeds, I'll do like a kind of prayer, and then based off that, you choose the way the deity intervenes.
All right, let's see that roll then.
It's just a normal d20. There's no bonuses, nothing like that.
All right, it says equal to or less, right?
Yeah, it's 12. The screen says 15, but it's saying 12. It's a little weird. So it fails.
I'm sorry, what?
On my screen, when you roll the dice on D&D Beyond, it shows the dice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it showed 15, but the program's saying 12, so we'll just go with 12. It's
okay.
fine.
Yeah, I'm getting a 12 over here, so...
Yeah, it's fine. We'll just go with 12. Some bug, I assume.
Now, the rules of the spell were if it's 13 or less, the deity gets in?
13. I'm pretty sure it was 13 or higher. If the roll is equal to or less than 13, your deity intervenes. Yeah, you can hear me, right? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, 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 hello.
Hello?
Someone else on mute, see if he can hear you. If you can hear me.
Can you hear us?
I hear you.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know what the fuck just happened. I just couldn't hear y'all.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 13 or less. Here, I'll do this. That's the thing for it.
Okay. Go ahead and say your little prayer real quick.
We need your help, Lord. We need you to dispel the demons for as long as you can. That way I can talk to the party and get them on the same page. That's the
All right. So as this happens, what's your deity?
I don't even remember. Because I never asked you what deities are in this campaign. So
Okay, I'm not gonna name one yet since we haven't had the talk.
Yeah.
So a bright light enters the room. All movement ceases around you. Meeves frozen in air, staring at you, claws extracted, vicious snarl. Dio's frozen, arms wrapped around Nink's, tears dropping from his eyes. And a figure moves forth. You can't see it because of the bright light, and it says, "Yes, my child."
Thank you, Lord. And as he sees him, he's just gonna bow to a knee, and, like give him like a gentle bow, hurriedly stand back up and turn to the group.
So the only ones you can talk to right now would be since Nix has the demon in her, it would only be Winter and I guess you could talk to Nix a little bit.
Okay, so the spell Nix is using a spell to talk to Dio, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do after that happens is I'm gonna point the staff at Nix. And I know you're probably not gonna like this. But that's okay. I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Instantly the connection between Dio and Nix is cut.
That way they can hear me. So Akar's gonna turn the group, and he's gonna break it down for him, and I'll do it the right way.
What'd you say?
I just said I'm gonna do it the right way, meaning I'm gonna role play it. But he's gonna turn to the group and he's gonna say, "Everybody, listen. I talked to my parents and my grandfather. They know what's going on. They know the symbol on me. Do I pause? The symbol is also on Dio now, or is it a different symbol? That's on Nix too. Okay. Does that mean Nix is possessed?
She has not undergone the whole possession level, so their brain is still technically playered.
Okay. Very well. I'm going to continue. They know what the symbol is. The symbol is a type of ownership, brand, or possession, you might say. It allows them to be controlled and manipulated by I'm going to try to pronounce this.
Mistopheles?
Yes, that Mistopheles. He's the lord of the 8th level of hell. A demon in all right and matter. We can't hurt them, and we can't let them become fully possessed, or else they could destroy entire cities, possibly the world. The only way to stop this is to get them to an island called Dragonclaw. There's a portal there that will take us to a demon that could. Sorry, I'm trying to remember everything. I have it written down, but that would take us to a demon and help us. But the only way to really free them is by, was it like a volcano? I forget what it was.
They have to be thrown into the volcano.
Yeah, okay. They have to be thrown into a volcano. That's the only way. We can't hurt them, because if we do hurt them, the demon controlling them will just possess them and destroy everything. And yeah, there you go.
As you finish your speech, you hear loud stomping coming from the stairs. And finally, after a couple seconds of the stomping, your dad and what seems like 20 other paladins are standing at the door. And it's a quick couple of words you hear. Akar, it's time for you to step away.
Okay, so very quickly, okay. As Akar's walking towards the door, he's gonna look at his dad and whisper in his ear. Was it Nix that had the mark? Right?
Yes.
He's gonna turn his head and say, "Dad, I don't know if you can do anything. Nix has the mark, but it does not appear that Nix is fully possessed. If you know anything that can save him before becoming fully possessed, please do it." And he's just gonna walk out the door.
Your dad nods his head, walks over to Winter, says, "All right, You need to exit the room.
I'm leaving. Bye. I'll be outside.
Walks over to Taz. Taz, you need to leave the room now.
But why? I want to see what happens.
There's no promise. A soul not infected by this demon will live. You need to leave.
Buddy, I already have someone possessing me. I doubt they want to fight him.
I doubt anything is as powerful as this guy. Now please, leave before we have to make you leave. Does Taz leave willingly?
Absolutely the fuck not.
Oh, God. Okay.
Lucifer says no.
You said what?
Said Lucifer says no.
4 paladins walk over to you. They're freshly sharpened silver swords directed towards you. All in unison say, "Sir, step up, leave, now."
I'm gonna need somebody to roll for me, but I'm shocking grasping them swords.
I can roll for you. I have your character sheet. As soon as it loads. What level?
Highest I got. No, it's a cantrip.
Okay. Let's see, to hit. It's a 20. Okay, fuck. For 21 damage, okay. So as you shock and grasp these swords, all the paladins shake a little bit, but as soon as you're done, I'm gonna have to roll a strength save for you because they're about to take your little ass out.
Good luck with that.
Another fucking 20. That's okay, hang on. The paladins cannot pick you up, and at this point they're furious. They say, "You know what? Screw it." And they leave you be. And immediately, all in unison, all 20 paladins gather in a circle. They whip out a blood vial. They snip the tip of it and draw circles all around the room. Multiple shapes, sizes, everything you can think of. And they close it off. They seal the door behind them. And all you hear is blood screaming agony. Hours go by. But finally, the moon has risen. The sun is gone. Paladins open the door and walk out. Meve is nowhere to be seen. Taz,
Stop.
Lucifer has separated from your body into a physical form. Nyx and Dio, though, lay on the floor motionless. The top of the list we have, well, not Dio because he's on the floor.
Not me because I'm fine.
Taz, you are somewhat lucid. What do you do? This is only if you get me out of here.
Listen, buddy, you may not be attached to me anymore, but you're still my dude. So we work together. I got you.
He puts his hand out and says, "Shake it."
Am I making a deal with the devil right now?
Yes.
Fuck it.
You shake his hand, and the whole room, there's a loud boom. And the fire sparks between your hands, and you feel your hand inscribed with something. As you look with it, you see a check mark, and the devil says, "When I leave, that check will disappear, but if you do not get me out of here, your body will die."
Understood.
You both walk over in unison, grab Dio, grab Onyx, and book it. Akar and Winter, you see these two bolt out with Nyx and Dio. Winter, starting with you, what do you do?
Well,
You book after them?
yes.
Akar?
Is my father still there?
Your father's nowhere to be seen.
I'm gonna take a minute, walk into the room. I want to do like a little bit of studying, like investigation, trying to decipher what they did, how they did it, trying to learn if I can replicate it in the future.
Roll a perception check.
11.
Well, I'm going to challenge that real quick. You're not sure what they did, but it's a ritual of sorts. An ancient ritual. You do realize you'll have to ask your dad a bit about it, but you might not learn much. However, lying in the middle of the circle is your dad's cloak.
Um, does it? If I remove that cloak, does it appear as if whatever they did would be broken?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the cloak and put it in my satchel, and then I'm gonna follow them out.
Alright. As you all burst out of the building, Nix and Dio are laid upon the floor. Dio has blood, dried blood coming from his eyes. His wings are gone. His antlers look like they were broken in half. The black fangs gone, replaced with white-looking lines. Now, as you look at Nix, there's no blood in her eyes, mouth. There's no horns missing. But you notice a pile of blood building up behind her. Taz, what do you do?
Investigate why there's a puddle of blood.
Alright, I'll roll investigation for you. For a move dice. 17. You walk over to Nix and flip her over, and you see claw marks all along her spine. Open wounds bleeding heavily.
I don't remember. Do I have any type of healing?
Let me look. If not, Winter does. Looks like all you have is cure wounds.
I feel like Winter would have something better, so I'm gonna look at Winter and be like, "Hey, can you come help me with this?"
Winter does have something better. Greater restoration.
It says at a higher level, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, a target hit point increases by an additional 5. And I can hit 3 creatures.
This won't heal what you need for. I didn't read the title. Akar is also a cleric if this greater restoration doesn't work, which it should, because greater restoration gets rid of exhaustion, major wounds, charmed, petrified, curses, reductions to ability scores, or major inflictions on health point maximum. But does not look like it adds health. So what you can do is cast this to close the wound and then call on a card to get the health back.
Okay.
Alright, so Winter, you walk over to Nix quickly. Take one finger that starts glowing a bright blue, and you drag it down the wounds. And the skin heals, yes, closes completely, but it's a massive white scar all along and down. The spine is going to take a bit of natural healing. But a car quickly rushes over and
He's a little late to the party, so he comes in. He sees all the blood and everything. The first thing he does, based on his medicinal knowledge, is gonna make sure that they're not dead. So he's gonna get down, check their pulse, make sure they're not dead.
roll. Ooh, what would that be?
Medicine check or investigation.
Let's go medicine.
Okay. 26.
26. They're not dead, but their pulse is very low. They're in a paralytic state.
Okay. Oh, so many spells.
If you don't have anything, Winter does.
I do have stuff. I'm just trying to find exactly what I'm looking for. that it? This might be it. See if there's something better real quick. Nah, this is it. Okay. So he's gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds.
All right.
Rolling the dice. It's gonna be 34 heal. Everybody around me is gonna get this healing effect if they're like not good. As you guys look at Akari, he stands up and he smashes his fist against the staff, and a bright light sphere burst out from around him, and you feel extremely refreshed and healed.
Nyx wakes up. And the first thing that happens is she leans over and hacks up a lot of blood and sits up with her eyes half cocked. Nyx, you're awake. Anything you want to say?
She's gonna look at the group and thank everybody, and then look at Dio and crawl over to make sure he is okay.
Roll an investigation.
17.
Dio has no heartbeat.
Okay, and with that, she's gonna be like, he has no heartbeat, and as quickly as she can, try to perform CPR to get his heart started.
Let's roll a medicine check, and if that goes wrong, I'll have a card, or, no, Winter can't help with this one, so it'd have to be a card to jump in.
22.
Okay, 22 is getting good chest compressions going. A car, jump in, let's see what you can do.
Carr rushes over, realizes that whatever he did not work as he planned. And he puts the. Is there like a specific wound that looks like really bad?
Specifically, right where his sigil was on his side, there's a gaping hole.
Okay. He's gonna put his staff right onto the hole, and he's gonna cast Revivify.
And that does?
You touch a creature that has died within the last minute. This creature returns to life with 1 hit point. The spell cannot return to life a creature that has died of old age, nor can it restore any missing body parts.
Alright, do you have greater restoration to back that up to heal the wound closed?
That is a fantastic question. Let me see. That would be a no.
Okay, as you cast Revivify, Winter jumps in and casts Greater Restoration right on the wound. At the time that you both cast this, Dio, in the blink of a second, you come back, gasping for air. You're alive and you don't hear a voice in your head anymore. Do you wish to say anything?
He's just gonna he's just gonna be silent for a hot minute because of how much like guilt he has for like hurting Nyx, and he's just gonna like look down.
As you're looking down, Nyx, you have something to say?
I have a potion of healing, a superior potion that I can give to him.
Alright, Dio, in your moment of silence, Nyx rushes over with a pat of reassurance on your shoulder and hands you a superior healing potion.
Dio is just gonna. Dang it, man! I'm trying to calm myself down a little bit. Dio is just gonna take it like a little bit, like slowly, because he's kind of weak, and he like chugs it hardcore, because he's a little
Dio,
part.
put your hit points at 18.
18. Okay.
That healing potion is 8d4 plus 8, so it was 25 is what he would get back.
Okay, Dio, put your hit points at 26.
26. Okie dokie.
As you all are sitting there checking on each other, Approaching from behind, you hear a slow clap. Ever so slow, every couple of seconds a clap. And then you hear in a booming voice, "Holy shit, I can't believe you almost died to somebody that is weaker than me. Hello again, fellas. Did you miss me?" As you all turn around and see Jason. Top of the list, Dio, the revenge one.
Dio is just gonna look at him and just tell him to fuck off. Like, he genuinely is so pissed. He gets so, like, red in the face, and he just goes, "Can you just fuck off, please? I don't need this bullshit right now."
Wow, and to think I was coming to let you know good news. Well, screw you too. And he looks over to Taz and says, "Well, hello, Munchkin. Did you miss me?" One more time. He says, "What a shame, man. Me and you had some good times."
Maybe.
Well, yeah, it was good times for me, but don't you miss those? Our wonderful fights that would leave with me escaping at the last second just to come back and kick your ass later?
I mean, I think that happens every time. And the last time I checked, you almost die every single time.
That may be true, but if you remember correctly, if your father ever told you, did you ever hear what happened to Pip? Or Half Pint's original form?
And I'm sure you have something to do with it, but I really don't care.
Well, you see, Half Pint got a knife to the throat. Pip, I believe I snapped his neck.
Sounds like a fun time. I kind of wanted to do it myself, so thanks for that.
Oh yeah, no problem. Half Pint was kind of annoying. He was a drunk fuck, wasn't used for shit. He says, but on a serious note, I'm not here to fight you guys. I've come to talk business. I have a proposition.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at Winter. I've heard word that you're looking for a unicorn.
And who showed you that?
Neve did, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen. I have something kind of urgent that I really need you guys to go to. And in exchange, I will offer you one of two things. 500,000 gold pieces or a real life unicorn. I'll even point you to the island where they are at. And I'm talking herds of them.
Is he just talking to me?
Yes, he's looking right at you.
Well, as you can see, I am a group. But since you said there's either a herd or money, I'm going to have to talk to my crew.
And who do you look at and ask? Well, who do you look at first?
Let's go with the car.
I don't know if we should be helping him, even if it's for money. He has the same affliction that Meave does. By the way, does Dio or Nynx have that symbol anymore?
No, their symbols have completely dissipated.
Okay. No, yeah. He has that same symbol. I don't believe we could trust him, nor should we help him in any way. The only thing we should try to do eventually is throw him in a volcano. And he looks at Jason with like a side eye.
Hang on. As you say this, Akar, Jason walks forth, and he takes off his shirt entirely, spreads his arms, and he stands in front of you, showing you he has no weapons and no way of hurting you. He says, I do not have that symbol. Examine my body if you must. Hurt me if you must, but I genuinely wish you no harm.
Are you being like 100% truthful, or can I do a either perception or deception check to see if he's lying.
I am actually being truthful here.
Okay. Because I remember you saying that the grandpa had said that Jason was connected to the Mistopheles.
He is, but right now he has something serious going on.
Serious. Oh. And then I'm gonna turn and look at him and be like, "Look, if you really want to give us something that we could actually use, you'll make a deal that you'll break any vow that you have to Mistopheles, and you will stop helping him, and you will lose any connection to him."
He says, I swear by the head that lays on my body, if I break this vow, I will personally allow you to take whatever weapon you want, dull, sharp, or nothing at all, bare hands, and rip it from my body.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. Is he saying that he's gonna break that vow?
Yes, he is agreeing to your terms.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the group and say, then in that case, we can help him. It's a lot harder to get him into a volcano than it is for himself to break whatever relation he has to the demon.
All right. Winter?
I agree.
Well, this is on you. You wanted your group's decision. Who are you asking next, or if you have anything to say?
It would only be fair to ask everyone else. So, Stinks next.
I'm going to have to go with a car on this one. I feel like if he would not be dumb enough to agree to those terms if he wasn't being honest.
Okay. Dio, do you have a clear mind?
I mean, kind of, I guess. Though I will say, didn't he kill my cat?
And we can't forgive him for that.
I cannot forgive him for that. And I shall not.
And we care about Dio's feelings. And like a car actually said also, money ain't that important, and I don't need a unicorn that important, because I already got an animal and shit.
You already have a unicorn.
So there's Dio's opinion.
I'm gonna ask Kaz, but I also want to pitch in. We did love Lincoln a lot. He was one of the crew members, and we might want to consider Dio's option out of respect.
Completely agree there. But at the same time, it's Jason. He's gonna fuck this up somehow. One way or another, he's gonna die.
Heard the group's collective opinion.
It's 50-50.
Accept or decline.
Who will be mad if I decline? Just say yes or no.
I mean, I won't be mad either way.
Because we will obviously run into Jason in the future. Because he's like a roach. He's not going away anytime soon. But right now, Dio has been through hell. And honestly, we just need to get the fuck out. And am I able to change the subject, Dio?
For
The Lucifer?
I mean, that's your spotlight right now.
And has anyone seen Lucifer?
Taz pitches it and tells you, yeah, he's gone. I got him out of there.
So, I assume since you're not dead, you have succeeded and he's alive. God elsewhere. I mean, not God, obviously.
Yeah, I would hope so. I'm still standing. I'm gonna kind of look at my hand and see if the symbol is there.
Okay.
Symbol is not there.
Okay, well, I guess I'm good. I think. I hope. Shit.
All right, Winter. So
What the fuck, Dio?
What? Money's important. but like
We can't be
you have
gambler.
lots of money. I'm talking tons just to do his quest. That's all I
Okay,
had to say.
question. Do you guys think we deserve a treat afterward after all this shit we've been through? We gotta work for it, but do you think we deserve it?
So, I'm gonna my character doesn't really care about money. A little off topic thing. So like, I'm gonna stick by what I say when I say that like I really don't care about the $5,000. I would much rather him cast all of his like vows away from Mistopheles. I'm gonna stick by that, and it's up to you guys. It'll be up to you guys to decide and see what happens if whatever you choose.
Jason clears his throat. Guys, come on, time's a factor here. I dead ass need an answer.
You said window rush. I mean, if a card truly means what he says, then it's more money for us if we do it, but he could be along for the action. Okay, I'm down. I am.
Jason says, all right. So, once you guys, this is a little bit down the road thing, but once you guys go through the portal in Dragonclaw Island's volcano, the world as you know it is going to change. I've been there, I've seen it. It's not the prettiest. When you guys return, do not be surprised. The land will look 100% different. The place you know now will basically cease to exist. However, when you do come back, hang on a sec. When you do come back, you will be on an island called Dwarfton. I will need you to transport yourselves to Hell's Gate. There will be a demon there. I know none of this is making sense right now, but the land will change. Trust me, there will be a demon there. He currently holds his bonds over me. And I'm not talking about Mistopheles. If it was for this demon, I would be a free man. So I need you to go cut his head off and meet me in a town called Templaria. He says, wait, no, I'm sorry, I received that wrong. No, I will not be there. He sits back for a moment, kind of thinking. He says, meet me in Harbor Central. Big greenhouse on the hill, past the oak tree. Trust me, you'll know when you see it. Don't forget, adventurers, this is dire. I will have your reward money there, and I will have the location marked to where these unicorns are if you so wish. Now please, move with haste.
What was
And
the
he goes,
town's name again?
you'll land in Dwarfton when you emerge from where you're going. And you need to meet him at Harbor Central. After you go to Hell's Gate and find this demon. Jason turns and walks away. He says, farewell, adventurers. Car, by the time you return, ties will be cut with Mistopheles.
That's good to hear.
He says, also, you guys have worked really hard. There's one more thing I'd like to point out to you. Downtown, they are throwing a party. For newcomers, you get the first 2 beers on the house. Party ends 6 o'clock in the morning. Go treat yourselves. Tell them I sent you, and they'll show you the way to have fun here. He says, farewell. Hope you see me in the next life. He snaps his fingers and a cloud of smoke erupts around him. He dissipates. Dio, What would you like to do?
Dio's just gonna do a little bit of a heavy sigh and goes, "Well, I guess we should just go to that party thing or whatever. Because, you know what? We've had a very long day and we deserve to have some fun. But at the same time, I'm a little bit tired. So you all might be partying without me."
Taz?
I'm with Dio. I think we deserve this party.
Twitter?
I agree.
Ninx?
She's gonna throw her arm around Dia. Look, we need to go on the legs after the hell that we just went through. Come on, we're gonna go have some fun.
I also want to pitch in that how we'll just be celebrating Dio's back.
Well,
So-
I guess. Yeah.
Dio, Ninx and Winter basically throw their arms around you. They're like, come on, bud, you deserve a party. For fuck's sake, you were just possessed by a demon. Rejoice that you're still alive and you can breathe this air.
And plus, what would be better without us?
And Winter throws in one more thing. Plus, we're your family. You can't tell no to family. Come on, we need you.
Dio is going to have just like a big little happy grin on his face. His ears are gonna twitch a little bit. And he goes and does a little heavy sigh and he goes, "Fine, I guess we could just party for a little bit."
A car.
You guys go on ahead. I'll catch up. I need to go see my father. I need to learn what he did to heal you guys, so that way if it happens again, I can replicate it.
As the party splits, a car heads back to the chapel and you all head downtown. A car, I'll do yours first because it's a bit shorter. A car, you get downtown, or you get to the chapel. You step inside. And inside is all of the paladins that were there that day. Except for they're gathered around the altar up front where your mother was yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that did happen. Alright, I'm gonna walk up and pay my respects to my mom.
As you walk forth, you see that it's not your mother laying there. And quickly, very quickly, you learn the secrets of that ritual. Is to simply draw 9 circles all around the area of the infected and sacrifice yourself by slicing your wrists, throat, and ankles open and laying in a star in the middle of those circles. But you have to be pure of heart.
The car is just gonna. I assume it's his dad, right?
Yes.
The car is just gonna like kind of break down, like fall onto his knees and start crying a little bit, and say a short prayer, which is actually a thing for this in my spell sheet. God. There wasn't so many spells. It's called a divination. It's basically a prayer. It's just like I'm just gonna like ask a single question to my deity, and you just give a truthful reply. That's all it is.
Alright.
He's gonna cast that. A light's gonna form around him as all of the paladins realize what he's doing, And he's gonna, in his mind, knowing that the deity can hear him, say, "Did he make it to heaven?"
He is safe with me, son.
And he's just gonna break down even more, basically falling completely to the floor. And yeah, he's just gonna stay there for like a little bit.
Car, that's where I'm gonna have to leave you for the night, because after I describe this next part, only Taz would know, but the question wasn't really asked in front of Taz, so Taz wouldn't be able to specify that he knew the way of the ritual. But on to you three. You all get downtown, explain that Jason sent you there, and they pass you all an ale. And they start throwing the biggest party you've seen, fireworks in the sky, town parades. Everybody's in a good mood. This lasts for about an hour. When finally, sun begins to set, or rise, you realize it's been way longer than an hour, but it's been so fun that time flew. However, on the horizon, a fleet of ships, fog rolling around behind them. It looks like a skeleton crew. Their flag torn to shreds. And nobody in the town realizes but you. That, adventures, is tonight's session. Tonight has been a wonderful 42nd session. Thank you all, and let's say our goodbyes. Dio,
Bye, everyone.
Taz,
Hello and goodbye.
Winter,
Bye.
Nynx,
See you guys.
And last but not least, Akar.
bye.
Again, thank you all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Stay tuned for more, for there's a lot more to come.
Board the ship, we raise our sails so high, with winds of fate that whisper battle cries. 7 souls, our hearts are fierce and brave. Through stormy seas we ride the shadow wave. Into the night, hear the thunder roar. We are the legends carved in the stone. Through raging waters we'll claim the throne. With fire in our hearts and steel in our hands, together we conquer as a brotherhood stands. Oh, 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 oh. From cliffs and shores, the enemies they wait. With axes drawn, we carve our own fate. A clash of steel under the moon's cold lights. With every strike, we claim our glorious fight. We'll sail forever, guided by the stars. We are the legends carved in the stone. Through raging waters, we'll claim the throne. With fire in our hearts and steel in our hands, together we conquer as a brotherhood stands. As a brotherhood stands. Oh, oh. The tales we weave won't fade away. In the hearts of our kin we forever stay. The tales